Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie's Wrestling Color Podcast right here on YouTube. Go ahead, thumbs up the video real quick. Subscribe. Turn on bell for notifications. You want to keep up with me. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Those are the places I'm at for the most part. And get into my content. Apparently I'm now over 300 videos and rolling. So make sure you also hit the comments. I like what y'all got to say. Join. Tell me whether it's negative or positive. I want to hear it. I'm grown. I can take it. Just make sure you can take it when I respond to you. Let's get into it. So, listen. Y'all know what we do over here at Wrestling Color Podcast, right? We promote specifically women's wrestling, representation, inclusivity, culture, all that good stuff. We do all of that. But I'm not delusional. And there are too many wrestlers right now who are too damn good not to get airtime. And I know a majority of that reason is because these wrestlers have what's something called morals, ethics, and standards. And I understand it because I have morals, ethics, and standards too. But let's just be real, okay? And this is coming from a social worker. But I'm also not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you reality and perspective on what society functions and how the world of wrestling functions, okay? That's all I'm doing. So here's the thing. Mustafa Ali has a Pakistani daddy and an Indian mama. That's their ethnicities. Mustafa himself is an American. Okay? He has a beautiful wife. He has beautiful children. He is beautiful. He's a beautiful man. He practices and hones his skill on his Instagram. He shared with us when he made his journey to Mecca for Eid, and he practices his Muslim faith beautifully to the best of his ability. I mean, he's just an all-around excellent representation of an American, and he's a former cop. Which is funny that that's not used in building his character. I wonder why. Whatever. This is the WWE, so I'm not going to sit here and act like they don't play in the stereotypes every fucking day. Because I could sit here and do a whole podcast on the stereotypes that they play into. Black, white, red, or otherwise. But for somebody like, for example, Drew McIntyre. And he plays into the Scottishness of his ethnicity. He's Scottish. That's his ethnicity. And his race is white. Okay? And he comes out there with a big-ass claymore. And it harkens back to Braveheart. And this is the things that Americans identify with Scottish. Okay? And he plays into that. And he's fine with it. Same thing goes with, like I said in the other podcast, the Brawling Brutes. And Sheamus leaning into the Irish brawler. He even dresses like an Irish brawler from the early 1900s with the suspenders and the brown pants and the work boots and the bowler cap. Like he could just say I got this from Peaky Blinders. He should have just came out there with a damn Tommy gun at this point. But he leaned into that stereotype. It's a stereotype. Okay? So where am I going with this? I believe Ali should be on TV. Ali should be whooping ass and taking names and looking beautiful while doing it. Ali is in NXT, and to be honest with you, I thought he was going to fight Wesley for the North American Championship, but fucking Dominic came down and did what he did. Now Ali and Wesley is like, I guess bumping each other in now every now and then. This is what Ali needs to do. And it's pretty much the same advice I would give Xia Li, if they're willing to. If I was there and I could pitch this to them and they're willing to do it their way, Ali just need to go ahead. Listen. Go ahead. Put your kafaya on, which is I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's the black and white scarf they put around their head. Maybe get you a kufi, whatever. Or if I'm pronouncing this right, the black band that they put over the other headdress. I think it's called a shimalagi. I'm pronouncing this wrong. And an egal. The ones you see the Saudis be wearing. Hell, Mustafa, you could just cosplay a Saudi. You don't even have to even say, you know what I mean, even touch on Pakistan, nothing like that. Cosplay you a Saudi. Come out, do your thing. Okay? And just play that stereotypical ass scary Muslim. I know it. I know, because here Mustafa said he does not want to be a heel or be portrayed as a bad guy because of where he's from. Technically, Mustafa, you are American. That's number one. And you're a former Chicago police officer, and I don't know why they're not leaning into that. But you do have a Muslim background, and I'm sure that was you were raised in that culture. And this is what American audiences use to identify. And this is what the American government uses to make sure there's always a bad guy for the American public to focus on while they pilfer and plunder us on the back end. Yes, I understand you have a son and a daughter and a new. I think you got a newborn, a brand new baby too. I get that. I get it. But they don't have to watch WWE. They're too young to watch it anyway. I'm pretty sure your wife understand. You know, she'll be like, you just cosplaying, no big deal. He said, for me, the biggest thing is I don't want to be a heel or be portrayed as a bad guy because of where I'm from, because of what my name is, or because of my religion. I think those are detrimental to society because I grew up with that feeling. I grew up with the feeling that I had to hide who I was. I had to hide my religion. Because anytime I saw someone on TV that looked like me, they were portrayed in a very negative, stereotypical way. That had real implications in my life and still does to this day. I feel like I'm always fighting that. So with that being said, I do feel like doing a bad guy role or a heel role, that's perfectly fine as long as I'm not reinforcing those negative stereotypes. Speaking about his current character, Ali said, which is at this point just him smiling and shit. It's nothing more bitter. It's nothing more than someone that's bitter and jaded, and that's a real life thing. We can all relate to someone that's just mad and blames everyone, and that's fine. But you're not going anywhere. You're not moving. If Mansoor, for example, was able to lay down his masculinity, quote unquote, and be a maximum male model, there is no reason why you can't just play that role until you can get into a nice, decent position, and then when it's time to be a good guy, you can say, you know what, I had a change of heart, I want to be a good guy. Mustafa, I'm just saying, think about it, come out, act like a raging Muslim man, and then you can fight with, I don't know, you can fight with Sheamus, you can fight with Drew McIntyre, you can fight with Gunther and the Germans, and then Americans can stand in there and have somebody to hoot and holler at for an hour or two and go. It's not like the 90s where it is the 90s. Nothing's really changed. Americans still take things literally. Somebody might run up on you in the parking lot or something like that, and that's unfortunate. But you have to be able to make money from your craft, and I just feel like you're stagnant right now because you're not willing to lower your standards a little bit. And I just feel like Mustafa Ali should just lower his standards and just play that role, even if it's for a month or two. Get on TV, let them boo you, say I'm taking in all of my ethnicity, and tell Americans that they're stupid, they're short-sighted. You don't have to do the usual you don't have to do that. You could wear your culture on your sleeve and still be a heel. Just like the Nation of Domination were considered heels, all because Farouk would come out and say that black people are being abused and they tired of the bullshit, and they got booed every night. How is that heel work? Well, to an all-white audience of yokels and racists, that's heelish. You need to come out and, like Hulk Hogan, and say America's great and everything's a good time and we having a good time and all of that type of shit. I feel if Sheamus could do it, Drew McIntyre do it. Who else is stereotyping right now? fucking the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley finna do it. Yeah, they're about to be clean cut gangsters. Clean cut gangsters. Bobby Lashley laid down his morals when he was licking fucking Lana all in her ass, knowing full well what the perception of a big black man chopping down a tiny little white woman can do. What that perception looks like. He didn't have no problem. That motherfucker's like, you put me wherever you want, I do it. I don't give a damn. I need that money. I can see with Mustafa. I get it. I'm gonna wrap this up. I get it. I know this is what you want to do it your way. You can still do it your way with a little bit of twinge, with a little bit of, you put a little razzle dazzle on it. But you're gonna have to lay it down. Lay it down. They got the goddamn Tony and them put on NXT, putting people in the ocean and telling them they sleeping with the fishes and stuff. He's a whole Italian stereotype with the sweatpants and everything. Come on, Mustafa, come to the dark side. You can do it. What y'all think? Tell me in the comments. Is it time for Mustafa to just go ahead and play the role for a while so he can get where he need to be? He too good to be where he at right now, and that's the only thing that's holding him back, in my opinion. This is Wrestling Color Podcast.